Welcome back to another book review. I'm about to butcher this author name, but this is The Stone Mermaid by Aisha Urooj. I feel like that's my best guess. Here's the summary. Okay, so I was really excited with this book. I'm going to start with the good things first. I absolutely love Victor. He is the sea witch's son. Ursula basically is his son. And then we have Ariana, who is Ariel, daughter of King Triton, stuff like that. Okay, Little Mermaid retelling. I'm a sucker for Little Mermaid, obviously. The 100. My big bad in the later books is called Morgiana, named after Morgana and modeled after Ursula. And then we have Cressida. No likeness to Ariel whatsoever, but oh, well, she kind of does have red in her hair, huh? And then she has blue eyes, so there you go. Her tail's blue, though. Long story short, I'm a sucker for Little Mermaid. Also, sorry, my hair's wet, but I guess this is fitting for a mermaid story. Anyway, Ariana. So, Ariana Grande. She is half human, half mermaid, half fish. I mean, that's all mermaids. But her dad was a merman and her mom was a human, so she is both. Okay? Her magical powers haven't kicked in because of her human side and all of that. Her mom died. Her mom was actually kind of taken captive by King Triton. Is that his name in here? I don't know. I'm just going to keep calling him that because that's who he's based off of. And home. She wanted to go home. But she made the most being the queen of the sea. Ariana becomes of age, all that. There's a whole ball, pretty, etc. And I loved the plot. I loved the storyline, the characters I enjoyed. Overall, this would have been an amazing book if the writing was different. I don't know if English is her first language or if maybe this is just how she tells stories, but to me, it's felt like a really detailed summarization. Like if you took Spark Notes and turned it into a book of what this book was supposed to be. That's what it felt like to me. That being said, I loved the storyline and I loved the uniqueness of it. I loved the characters and I loved the magic rules. I loved the stuff between Victor and Ariana and understandings because she's so innocent and he just doesn't try to explain himself because he knows how people see him. And I love Victor. Victor is like the pinnacle of those morally gray characters. When he's not even really morally gray, he's just gray. I did love the twists and turns, dialogue. I wanted just more. There were things that I was like, how did they assume that? How did they know that? And then other things where I'm like, this is kind of awkward with how it's said or whatever. And sometimes it felt like the author forgot that they were underwater, like when they're drinking water or there's a liquid involved. Like it's kind of impossible to pour yourself a glass of water underwater, which I had the same complaint with Serena Flowers and the Ruby Necklace. Is that what it's called? Where it was a zombie mermaid and it's like the author forgot they were underwater. I remember going through the 100 and I had to make sure that I did treading instead of walking or swam instead of ran. And just there are different verbs that you have to use for being underwater rather than being on land. A few of the point, I got a little lost at times too because the transitions were so quick. It was a good idea to have this in third person because the third person omnipresent because you were able to hear thoughts from everybody and all that. And I felt like sometimes there were just reiterations that didn't need to, be reiterated. We didn't need repeats of things. Overall, I loved the story and the storyline and I loved the idea that it's a Little Mermaid retelling, but I think it 100% needs to be rewritten, added to, and not necessarily changed, but just enhanced. There are a lot of typos, a lot of errors, which I don't care about normally. It didn't take away anything from the story for me. I just more noticed it because of the way the story was written. It kind of reminds me of how Greek tragedies were kind of written, where it wasn't too detailed, but it was kind of pulled back, if that makes sense. Kind of like how the Bible is written, where it's not super specific on certain things and other things it is. And I just wanted more because the Bible and of course the Greek tragedies are different. And I'm not comparing it to them because it's as great as them or grand as them, but it just reminds me of the way it was written, how it's more of a summarization or a conglomeration of events and maybe summarized versions of conversations, or only specific parts of the conversations are known because those are the important parts, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. But yeah, that's the only really critique I have, is I just wanted more from the actual writing. Other than that, I love the plot and I love the story. But this is Stone Mermaid by Aisha, Urooj, and it is very much I don't want to say friends to lovers. It's like acquaintances. They like know each other, but it's because their parents work together on the council and all that. And first love and unrequited love at times. And yeah, I love Victor. Victor, I think, is my favorite. He's so tragic at times and my heart is hurt for him. So yeah, but I was glued to this book. I did really, really enjoy it. And that's why I gave it such a high rating, because the storytelling was great. I just wish it was more refined, I guess, and just one more. I don't know how else to explain it. But if you're interested, go check it out. It is a really good read, despite my criticism. Go decide for yourself. You may absolutely love the crud out of this, and I really hope you do. And I thank you for watching. The link is in the description, and the description is in the description, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.